This show was a long time coming. I think it started when I was about 80 years ago. My family had a farm, and our neighbor had a vineyard. I had a secret world under the vines. The smell of the earth, the warm, sweet smell of grapes, sounds of insects, and the feel of the cool, damp ground as I lay there watching ants. I began to feel a part of this. I wanted to understand it in as many different ways. I was feeling energies of the natural world. At first I didn't understand these feelings, and so began the search for a way to identify and communicate this in my painting. Throughout the years I have painted all of this thinking. I still go out into the bush and sit and think and paint this rich world. I spent years watching and listening. I painted tree communication, a beautiful time in my life. Then I worked at letting human form dissolve into organic statements. I moved through ancient religions, listening to their stories. They lived with nature that gave meaning to being. In the 1960s, I became aware of the terrible rape of our land. Chemical fertilizers, strip mining, oil exploitation, industrial poisons, polluted water, man's complete disrespect for this wonderful planet that sustains us. As artists, some of us withdraw from society. We sit back and watch. That is what I did for years. But now there is an insane fight by some of our elected officials and corporations greedy for power and at the expense of all living things. Through deception and distortion, we are being misled. There is a policy of muzzling research, news, free speech, and expression which we veterans fought to preserve. Watching all of this has resulted in the exhibition which shows people attempting to hold on to nature, while the posters point out a number of political and corporate crimes. Okay, this particular poster is really frightening to me. Back in June of this year, the government passed Bill S-15 making Sable Island a national park. There is a clause in the Bill S-15 that gives ExxonMobil the right to frack, to explore for oil above the island, and below the island, and in the ocean around the island. This painting a little different. What it is I merely have someone sitting in a meadow caressing the flowers that nature grows. And the whole story is the beautiful quality and the sensuality of nature. And so this is just somebody saying, I live in this beautiful world.